We're going to explore something quietly powerful, something that could completely reshape the way you understand peace, happiness, and the constant searching that never quite seems to end. What I'm about to share comes from a Zen teaching that has been quietly passed down for over 1,000 years. Few have heard of it, and even fewer have truly experienced what it reveals. But tonight, that changes. Maybe you found yourself here because sleep has been elusive, or the weight of life feels just a little too heavy lately. Maybe you're simply curious, sensing there's something more, something unnameable that's been missing. Whatever brought you here, know this, you're not alone. And what you're about to hear has been gently waiting for you to arrive. If it feels right, take a moment to connect, leave a comment, and let us know where in the world you're listening from. Are you lying in bed, the thoughts of tomorrow crowding your mind? Are you resting on the couch, trying to catch your breath after another demanding day? There's something deeply meaningful about knowing people from every corner of the globe are listening right now, all reaching for the same thing: true, lasting peace. So allow yourself to get fully comfortable. Adjust your pillow. Pull your favorite blanket a little closer. Let the light dim, the noise fade, and your body begin to soften. Because what you're about to hear is not a lesson to study, it's a journey to feel. Let's start with this truth: most of us spend our lives searching for peace in all the wrong places. We try apps, books, and strategies. And yes, they might offer a few moments of relief, but somehow, that low hum of restlessness always returns. Tonight, you'll begin to understand why. And more importantly, you'll be shown an ancient pathway, a quiet, precise guide that reveals how to find your way back to what has always been yours: peace. The teaching is called the 10 Oxherding Pictures. And despite its ancient roots, it's astonishingly relevant to the struggles of modern life. This isn't religious theory or lofty philosophy. It's a map. A spiritual compass. One that charts the journey from confusion to clarity, from emptiness to deep inner fulfillment. If you've ever felt adrift, overwhelmed, or like you're chasing something you can't quite name, these teachings were meant for you. And here's the surprising part: you're probably closer to peace than you've ever realized. The true beauty of this teaching lies in its clarity. In a world that overwhelms us with complexity, these Zen images cut through the noise like moonlight through clouds. They speak directly to something ancient and wise within you, that quiet voice beneath the surface noise of daily life. That knowing part of you that suspects there's more to this existence than stress, screens, and striving. As we walk through these 10 stages together, something profound begins to happen, not through effort or memorization, but through gentle resonance. These ancient truths will settle in you like mist on a still lake. You might not even realize how deeply they shifted you until days or even weeks from now. The story unfolds through a poetic metaphor, a person searching for an ox. But this isn't just a folk tale. It's a psychological and spiritual mirror. In ancient times, oxen were strong and vital, yet wild and difficult to tame. In this teaching, the ox symbolizes something incredibly precious: your true nature, calm, grounded, joyful, and content. It's the version of you that exists beneath the layers of stress, roles, and expectations. The one searching for the ox? That's the thinking mind, the everyday self. The part of you that's been working tirelessly, searching high and low for peace, looking everywhere, except inward. So what happens when the seeker finally turns in the right direction? That's the heart of our journey tonight. You'll come to understand why that inner ache, the sense that something's missing, never quite disappears, no matter how much you achieve. You'll witness the exact moment the struggle dissolves into stillness. And most of all, you'll discover that peace isn't something to build or earn, it's something to uncover. There's a Zen phrase that echoes the Buddha's own words. What you are seeking is already seeking you. This isn't just poetic sentiment. It's a direct pointer to your truest self. And by the end of tonight's journey, it will no longer be a mystery. It will be a felt experience. We begin not in a monastery or mountaintop, but right here, where you are now. In the noise and stillness of your daily life. In the quiet moments where questions echo louder than answers. So if your eyes want to close, let them. If your breath wants to deepen, allow it. This story is already within you. Let's rediscover it together. Stage 1, the search. Our journey begins with a familiar, almost haunting feeling. Imagine standing in an open field, tall grass rustling around you, the sky painted in the deep colors of dusk. You don't know which way to go. You only know something is missing. This is the seeker. Not just the character in the story, but a part of you. A part that knows, without explanation, that something vital has been lost. This isn't the kind of lost where you've misplaced your keys. It's not the confusion of a wrong turn. It's a sacred disorientation, the kind that arises when you realize the life you've been building doesn't feel like it belongs to you anymore. You've followed paths that led nowhere. Chased dreams that lost their color once reached. You've scaled mountains only to find more mountains beyond them. And in those quiet, honest moments, you've asked the question, is this really it? Does this sound familiar? Maybe you felt it after a long-awaited promotion, a degree, or a relationship. You thought it would bring fulfillment, but the joy faded too quickly. Maybe you've been moving so fast for so long, you forgot to ask if the direction was right. Or maybe it crept in slowly. The Sunday night dread that no amount of weekend rest can erase. The hollow feeling after scrolling for hours, looking for something that never appears. The 3 a.m. silence that makes you wonder. Why am I still not at peace, even after everything I've done? This stage of the journey is tender. It's raw. And it's sacred. Because to admit you're lost is to finally stop pretending you're not. And from that honesty, something incredible begins. The seeker doesn't know exactly what they're searching for. But they do know this: they cannot keep walking the same path. Stage 2, Discovering the Footprints. The seeker, weary and uncertain, stumbles upon something subtle, almost invisible unless you're truly paying attention. In the soft earth beneath their feet, there are marks. Track signs that something has passed through here before. These are not just ox tracks. They are the quiet imprints of your own deeper self, your inner peace, your true nature, leaving clues in your everyday life, waiting to be noticed. You might recognize these moments in flashes of stillness during a chaotic day. In the way the wind brushes your face when everything else is silent. In a sudden breath of relief that comes from nowhere, as if some hidden part of you whispered, "I'm still here." This stage is often overlooked because we're taught to look for loud answers. But the real guide is subtle. The peace you're seeking leaves behind traces, gentle feelings, inner nudges, quiet intuitions that tell you you're getting closer. The seeker kneels to examine the tracks. And for the first time, they feel a shift. Not in the world around them, but within. A sense of wonder. A hint of hope. You've probably felt it, too. Those strange moments when something deep inside says, "There's more than this surface life. I just don't know how to reach it yet." That's the footprints speaking. That's your soul remembering. Stage 3, Catching a glimpse of the ox. Suddenly, between the branches of a dense forest, a movement. Not imagined. Real. A flash of dark hide. A curved horn. The ox is no longer a mystery. It's real. And it's close. In this moment, the seeker feels something unmistakable. Truth. This is the first direct experience of your inner peace. Not as a theory or a wish, but as a glimpse. A brief, radiant moment where your true nature breaks through the fog. Have you ever felt unexpectedly calm during a storm of emotions? Or caught yourself smiling for no reason? Or stood in nature and suddenly felt like everything made perfect sense, even if just for a heartbeat? That was the ox revealing itself. The seeker is filled with awe and wonder. And yet, the ox remains just out of reach. This is common. The first glimpse can feel fleeting. It shows up and then it's gone again. But now you know it's real. And knowing that changes everything. Stage 4, Catching the ox. With patience and devotion, the seeker presses forward through bramble, through fear, through old patterns and doubts. And then, suddenly, the moment arrives. The seeker grabs hold of the ox. But the ox resists. This is where many of us struggle. Because now we've touched something true, and yet we can't control it. Your peaceful nature is not a machine. It's wild. It's strong. It doesn't respond to force, it responds to presence. This is the moment in your spiritual journey where your old habits pull against your new awareness. You try to meditate, but your mind races. You seek stillness, but distraction creeps in. You want to rest, but the inner critic screams louder. The ox pulls. You hold on. It's not a battle, it's a relationship being formed. This struggle is holy. It means you're waking up. Stage 5, Taming the Ox. With consistent effort and quiet love, the seeker begins to calm the ox. Not with ropes or fear, but with understanding. With stillness. The ox softens. It begins to trust the seeker. This stage is about building a new rhythm with yourself. Peace is no longer a mystery. It's becoming a friend. You start to notice that the more gently you treat your inner world, the more it responds. The more patient you are with your thoughts, the quieter they become. The less you chase happiness, the more it seems to find you. You begin to feel like yourself again, maybe for the first time in years. The seeker and the ox walk side by side now. Not as enemies. Not even as master and beast. But as companions on a sacred road home. Stage 6. Riding the ox home. Now, something beautiful unfolds. The seeker no longer wrestles with the ox. They ride it peacefully, joyfully. The ox walks steadily. The seeker hums a song. There is laughter. There is calm. This stage feels like deep rest. You've stopped striving, stopped forcing. And in letting go of control, you found a deeper harmony. You begin to live from peace instead of constantly chasing it. The mind quiets more easily. The heart opens more freely. You still live in the world. You still have responsibilities. But something within you is shifted. You are riding your own peaceful nature through the journey of life. Not above it. Not detached. But deeply at ease in the center of it all. Stage 7, Forgetting the Ox. Then something even more profound happens. The seeker looks around and realizes the ox is gone. Not because it's lost, but because it's no longer separate. The seeker and the ox have become one. There is no longer a you trying to find peace. You are peace. The endless searching ends, not because you found all the answers, but because the questions no longer bind you. You don't need to chase happiness. You've remembered that it was always inside you. This is the freedom the Buddha spoke of. It's not flashy. It's not loud. It's simple, radiant stillness. Stage 8, Returning to the Source. The seeker returns home. Not to a location, but to a state of being. The world looks the same, but feels entirely different. Birdsong, wind, sunlight, everything is vivid, alive, interconnected. There's no desire to escape the world anymore. Only a deep gratitude for what is. This stage is about resting in awareness itself. You're not trying to become someone new. You're simply being, as you are. And it is enough. Stage 9, No self, no path. Here, the seeker disappears. The ox disappears. The journey dissolves. There is no separate self, no goal, no seeking. Just being. Just this. It's hard to explain this stage in words, because it points to the space beyond them. The place where the eye that searched for peace is seen as a passing cloud, never separate from the sky. This is the heart of Zen. Emptiness that is full. Silence that speaks. Stage 10, Returning to the world with open hands. And finally, the journey circles back, not to where it began, but to where it always was. The seeker walks through the village again. Only now, there is no agenda. No teaching. No preaching. Just presence. A smile. A helping hand. A simple bowl of rice shared with a stranger. This is the awakened life. Not one of retreat, but of return. Not above the world, but fully in it, awake, compassionate, and free. So now, as you rest, know this. You've already begun the journey. You've already glimpsed the ox. And even now, the peace you seek is walking beside you, step for step. Close your eyes, let the body soften, and allow these ancient truths to settle gently within you. Let the seeking end. Let the stillness begin. And may your spirit remember. You were never truly lost. You were always on the path home.